Alright, this is going to be my Agatha All Along episode 4 review. This was another decent episode. It wasn't bad, it didn't blow me away, it was pretty much like a bang average episode of TV. It's all about another witch trial involving, I believe her name is Lucy. Her mother, I guess, wrote like a song that's like a protection spell because there's this curse that's out to get the coven, and this song is gonna like destroy the curse or whatever. I don't know. The episode was interesting, it was fun, but I think the song was like really forced and unneeded. And it was long. Like, it wasn't just a quick little song. Like, no, this was like, I think 4 or 5 minutes. And personally, I'm not a huge fan of musicals, so when this song just started to drag on, I was like, okay, what are we doing here? And I do like that song, don't get me wrong. I actually downloaded it on Apple Music from, I believe it was episode 2 when they first sang it. But just hearing it again for that long, I just wasn't a huge fan of it. But I did like the whole horror aspect of this episode with that demon curse thing. It was really creepy. And since it is October right now, I'm watching horror movies and stuff like that, so it was nice to have, something else that's horror related to watch in October, which this episode definitely delivered. So, episode 4, basically, I would say the first half I wasn't a huge fan of. That's like the whole musical thing and all that. I enjoyed Lucy's mom's backstory, and them bringing the Green Witch, which is played by Aubrey Plaza. All that was interesting, but just the whole long musical and them walking around the house and all that wasn't very interesting to me. And quickly, I just want to correct myself. I was saying that this character's name was Lucy, but it's actually Alice, so just an honest mistake by me. I really like the story about her mother trying to protect her and all that by going down and walking the Witch's Road. That was really nice to, learn about. But this episode really picked up in the second half. We got to explore a little bit more about Aubrey Plaza and Catherine Hahn's character's relationship. And obviously, Aubrey's character is very heartbroken about how it ended. And they clearly still have feelings for each other, so you get a little bit of emotional investment in these characters and their romance. And I just gotta say, Aubrey looked fantastic in this episode. And then we also got some really interesting drama in this show too, because Rio Vidal, played by Aubrey, reveals to Agatha that Joe Locke's character of Teen is not her son, because you can clearly tell that's what she was thinking. She was trying to protect him and, bring him on the Witch's Road and all that, because she thinks that Joe Locke was her son. Which I think we all kind of know who Joe Locke's actually playing, but I'm not going to say it in this video just in case you don't know. But I really like that plot point in this episode because you can clearly tell that Agatha really cares about this kid, most likely because she thinks that is her son. And she looked absolutely devastated when Rio Vidal just told her, like, hey, this is not your kid. So I'm really curious to see how that whole story plays out. Like I said, I think we all kind of know who Joe Locke is playing, but it is a really good hook for this show because there is still mystery there. We don't know how the reveal is going to happen and all that. But I would assume they're probably going to wait right until the final episode of Agatha All Along to reveal who Joe Locke is playing. So yeah, that was Agatha All Along episode 4. I thought it was a decent episode. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I think it was just above average. The second half of this episode really saved it for me. Because like I said, I wasn't really feeling the first half of episode 4. Honestly, if that quality continued, I would have probably given this episode maybe like a 4 or a 5. But like I said, the second half really picked it up and progressed the whole story. I'm excited for episode 5 next week, and there's some crazy rumors going around, and a lot of people are saying that the final episode of this season or series is going to be absolutely insane, and everyone's going to be talking about it online when it airs, which is going to be on October 30th. But so far, this series, it has me hooked in the story, has me invested. I like all the characters. I think the Coven is really interesting, and I really like the dynamic between all the characters. So far, it's a pretty decent show, but let me know what you guys thought about episode 4 down below.